quadruped with a lateral raise. So you're gonna start with both hands shoulder distance apart, both knees hip distance apart. I'm gonna be moving my right arm, so my left leg is also going to be a mover in this position. You're gonna exhale, send the right arm out to the side as you slide your left foot back to help transfer the weight and activate your core as well as the back line of the body. Inhale to glide both limbs back in. Inhale here, exhale to reach, hold, and then slowly glide it back in with control. Be thoughtful that as you lift those two limbs that you avoid over shifting your weight onto your stationary leg. Keep that nice axis neutral as you lift both limbs so that nothing else shifts or wiggles out of place. And then bring both limbs back in. If you're unsure if you are leaning, then I would suggest lining up your left side in this case against a wall or a piece of furniture. And if you notice that you start to shift or pull away from that wall in the process, then you'll know if you're creating a lean. Supine chest press. So you're gonna start with both weights pressed straight up towards the ceiling, palms facing down towards your feet. You're gonna inhale here as you slowly lower the arms down. My elbows are out at about shoulder height, and then exhale to press back up. As we lower, we want to be thoughtful that we're grounding both of our arms down into the floor, but we're also not losing the connection of our pelvis to rib cage. It's staying neutral throughout. And then also that rib cage to pelvis connection is maintained as I press up. Something else you want to be thoughtful of is often if our weights are too heavy, we can start to use our neck in the process and we start to arch our neck in order to press. So be thoughtful that you keep that neck also in neutral. I like to give the visual that imagine you have an orange that you're trying to hold here underneath your chin gently. So if you start to tip your head back, that orange would roll right out of place. So holding there as you exhale to press up, inhale to slowly lower back down with control. Upright row. You're gonna start with both feet shoulder distance apart. Weights are gonna start right in front, palms facing behind you. You're gonna inhale here, exhale to pull the weights up towards your shoulders, being thoughtful that you're not shrugging in the process. So shoulder blades down and back, squeezing those shoulder blades behind you, and then inhale to slowly lower. So almost imagine like you're picking up a box off of the floor and then slowly lowering back down. So again, as we pull up, we want to make sure that we're not thrusting our pelvis forward or jutting our head forward in order to pull. That nice long line from our head down to our heels needs to stay intact as we pull up, which means that we're maintaining that core connection throughout. Overhead tricep press. Take two weights. You're going to glue those weights together. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my profile a little bit easier. Take that staggered stance, bring both arms straight up overhead. Keep those weights glued throughout. Again, here we want to make sure that we keep a nice long tailbone and that my head is not jutting forward in order to hold my arms up overhead. So I'm keeping my arms right around where my ears are located. I'm going to inhale as I lower the weight down. Exhale to power straight back up overhead. Inhale to lower. Exhale to power through. Being thoughtful again that as my arms move, the rest of my body stays stationary. So I'm working through that range while keeping the rest of my body stable. If this narrow stance feels difficult on your shoulders or uncomfortable, feel free to take the arms apart for a wider stance and then repeat. You're going to slowly lower the arms down, exhale to press back up. And repeat your tricep extensions from there. Superman W's. So you're going to start lying on your stomach. You're going to take your arms into a W shape, resting that forehead on the mat. Hands are at about shoulder height. You're going to inhale here, exhale to lift the limbs a few inches off of the floor, and then reach the arms up overhead. I want you to feel that connection all the way from your glutes, all the way to your shoulders, reaching out nice and long, still thinking about that connection of your rib cage to your pelvis through the front line of the body, so your abdominals are helping you. And then exhale to pull your arms back into your W reach forward again, and then lower down. So again, we inhale to prepare exhale, pull into that W, exhale to reach, lower back down with control. As you gain more endurance, I want you to stay lifted and pull and extend, holding here throughout. Think about that pubic bone anchoring into the mat to help you stay connected from the front of your rib cage to your pelvis, and then lower down to finish your set.